We're both really organized this morning, girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Roger and I
Organization.
were trying to do our miracle morning and rush it in before the show. And it's kind of like, no, we got to do the show. We'll get back to that.
I love my new life. I think we're live.
Morning and rush it in before the show. It says live on mine.
Oh yeah, we're live. I love
it. Hello,
everybody. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Guys, yes. We're waking up over here.
Hey, speak for yourself. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning and went for a walk already and read and journaled, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Yay.
Awesome. That's for those of you who are watching the YouTube, my girlfriend Concha is in town visiting. So her and I, we were at like a saltwater pool all day yesterday, relaxing, taking our sweet time, playing with little babies. And then I woke up maybe like 40 minutes ago. But everyone, welcome. Happy Monday. This is the time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where Bobbie G and I come on just to kind of give everyone a big boost of dose of energy from spirit and get some individual mini reads on for people. Looks like we have Sharon here. If you're watching, definitely say hello. We want to get your name in the queue so we can give some reads for you. We got Concha in the house. Hello. But we come on every Monday just to give you guys some mini reads, and I'll do a quick let me give some links to people. If you are looking for a little bit more in-depth work with Bobbie right now, she is offering readings with Bobbie. She's offering readings right now, private one-on-one, you and her video call, $150 for a full hour of deep diving and helping you accelerate forward in the area of your life that you want to work on while you're working with her. I have a upcoming workshop this Saturday that I'm so excited for. I haven't done a workshop in a while, and I'm keeping it small, 5-person only. So 5-person, everyone gets a lot of one-on-one time with me in the hot seat, and coupled with a little bit of group activity to really propel and move you forward. It's $197, 5 spots only this Saturday. So I put links in the chat box for everyone. If you'd like a little more in-depth work with either of us. Hey, Ramen. So Ramen's in the house. Hey, Ramen. Hey, Danielle. How are you all?
Hello to you all from me too. I don't see who's coming in, so I'm just consider a second hi from the Bobbie.
I love it. Let me put the links in. Everyone say hello. Let us know where you're at. And then we'll, within like a minute or two, we'll get to the general message. And then we'll just start picking people out of the audience and go one-on-one to both. Right now I'm adding the links. Okay, so I have mine in there. Let me add the links if you guys want to work with Bobbie. Book a private with Bobbie. Okay, perfect. I think that's still figuring out some of the tech, guys. So thank you for bearing with us with this little bit of a commercial break.
Yes, well, I was just sitting here. I could be talking while you're doing the techie stuff.
Oh, we'll do that next time. Okay, so we got 2 more people saying hi. We got Sierra, excited for the general. What's up, Sierra? Nice to see you. We got Liz Stewart in the house. Is this the Liz I'm thinking of? Maybe not, but whatever. Nice to see you either way, Liz. Yeah, should we just get started, Bobbie? Do you wanna go first, and I'll tag along if mine.
Okay. Okay. Let us see. So we want to take a moment, Gregory coming in, everybody to breathe, focus, and center, because the energy's a little bit scattered this morning with both of these lovely ladies busy doing their lives. But for this time, here and now, we want all of you to take a moment for the 3 cleansing breaths to center and come into this delicious opportunity. So, ready, breathing in 1. Hold and breathe out. Breathing in 2. Hold and breathe out. Breathing in 3. Hold and breathe out. What we want to speak to this morning, we were talking with Bobbie in her journaling, to pay attention as powerfully to the energy as you do to the words. For much of why those of you who come here, and why Bobbie and Kelly love being with each other, is for the energy boost, is for being in that place where you come together and coordinate and share your energies with one another. It's not just Bobbie and Kelly, although they have worked extensively to raise their vibration, to be able to create a vortex of energy that will help you heighten your energies. But you also bring your energies here. And when you're getting the readings, when you're sharing with each other, when you're hearing the readings for other people, pay attention to how it feels in your body. Pay attention to the energy vortex in the center of your body in particular, so that you notice what feels good to you, what doesn't resonate with you, what areas you want to increase your vibration, what areas do you maybe want to slow down your vibration. Pay attention to the energy as much as to the words, for words are a vehicle to allow you to tap into the energy. Words and the voice are a vehicle to share the information with you. And it's easy to get caught up in the construct of the words and ignore the energy, but the energy is very important, for that is how you interact with one another. That's how you raise your awareness of your life. That's how you be in your life more powerfully with that level of awareness and awakeness. And so we are wanting you to pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Feel as well as hear, sense, know, vibrate, be awake, be aware. This is your life. It's your choice. And it's your opportunity to grow you in new ways, coming to share this time with these wonderful ladies who have chosen to spend their time with you, to give you the gift of what we have to share through them to you. And we thank you so much for sharing your willingness, your energy, and your time with us. And that is from the Gregory.
This is very much the same that we wanted to speak about. We wanted to speak about yeses and nos. That's how Kelly words it. Your yeses and your nos. And the more that you can tune in and to align to your body to feel a yes and to feel a no, and then have your action match that energetic imprint, that's when you guys will be in a synchronistic flow of one good thing after the next. Because a lot of times what happens when you get a no, mother-in-law calls, brother-in-law calls, husband asks for something, but you feel the heaviness in your chest. You feel a constriction somewhere in your body. You get a little headache. You feel something that does not feel good. That's a no. That is your inner being. That is the part of you that is eternally connected to Source, us. The part of you that can do what Kelly and Bobbie can do for others. You're doing it for yourself right there. And you sometimes choose not to listen to it. When you feel the no and you're like, oh, but it's my mother-in-law. She needs it. She won't be able to do it without me. Your inner being is telling you no. Sometimes that can mean there's something else that will come through for them that will perhaps even be in more alignment for them. Or sometimes it is about they have to learn that lesson. We're trying to think how to explain it without getting too political. Sometimes, let's just use the obvious money example. Sometimes, might you have enough money to, I could pay for them, I could pay for them, I could pay for them. But are you eating into your next month's rent? We're going to let that one sit there a little bit. You do not ever have to sacrifice something for yourself in order to provide for others. It's the yes feeling. It's that joyous feeling. So perhaps maybe for them, their lesson is to have to wait an extra hour or two to eat that meal. If like had you bought it, they would have eaten it right there. Maybe they have to wait an extra hour or two for the hangry pains, as Kelly calls them, to sink in, because it will make them have that step 5 law of attraction moment, that vibrational contrast, that feeling doesn't feel good, for them to have that clarity of, I'm ready to take my business seriously. I'm ready to take my position at work seriously, and I'm ready to ask for that pay raise. So do you see how you got the no? Perhaps you paid anyway because you justified it on the human level. Maybe they're delaying learning their lesson of, I need to ask my boss for that pay raise, that uncomfortable money conversation. Money is just a tool, guys. Just as you would ask your partner, your friends for, hey, I'd like to hang my painting up. May I borrow your hammer? Money is just a tool. Release the emotions behind it. So with that, we want to give you an example in Kelly's recent life. Someone was conversing with her and just kind of mentioned, you know, here's a book I think you might enjoy. When the lady said the name, Kelly's whole body lit up, and Kelly was like, oh my, say no more. Can I just give me the link to buy this? It felt so awakening and so alive. Kelly didn't take action on buying it yet. She knows it's a yes. She knows she will take the action on it. She just hasn't done it yet. New conversation with the same person. She suggested another book. Kelly's reaction was not of, I've read that book. I read it 10 years ago. I could read it again. I bet I'm a whole new vibrational being now, and we'll get a whole new information out of the book. The lady commented on like, yes, that's such a good mindset that you can read a book 10 years later and get different things out of it. Sometimes 2 months later, sometimes 4 months later, sometimes back to back to back to back. And then she pointed out to Kelly, but Kelly, I'd like to highlight to you, when I suggested that first book, you were like, oh my God, what's the name? What's the book? That's a yes for you. This one I suggested to you, and you're like, okay, I could read it. Yeah, I'll buy that book next. She was like, hear your yeses in your no's at a finer detail now. It's that fine detail attunement of hearing your yeses and your no's, because that is you, darlings, channeling for yourselves. And that's our goal, to help awaken the greater knowingness of your yeses and your no's, and the greater comfort of taking action that aligns with that yes and that no. And they're saying with that, we open it up to questions. You know, Bobbie, I think this time, tell me if you, I don't know, disagree. I think I'm just going to take names. Let's just go in order.
All right. I'm open for that.
All right, so Sharon B., you are up first. Go ahead and write your comment. I'll read it to Bobbie. We'll see which one of us is going to read first. And we got Concha second. And then, we got Danielle in third. I loved your general, Bobbie and Gregory.
I love the way, this is Bobbie coming through, the way Gregory comes through, and then the way you and George come through. The different perspectives on the same information give people a wealth of a way to look at. It's like we were talking yesterday, that often people are looking for somebody else to give them the answers. And what I love about the Gregory is that they don't give you absolute answers. They give you the way to find your own answers, which I want to share something I didn't share with you yesterday, Kelly. I was reading a book, and it talked about oracles. And I'm going to have to read you exactly what it said, but an oracle doesn't predict the future, and it doesn't give you the answers. An oracle is an individual who channels the information to help you find the wisdom you need to move forward in your life. And I read that and I went, oh my gosh, I'm an oracle. I know I've been an oracle in past lifetimes, but that's what the Gregory does.
Oh, so, I love that.
The Oracle Bobbie G channeling Gregory.
I love that. So true. It is awakening people to hear their own. If you guys, I'm writing names. I wonder if that story would be good to share. Actually, I kind of want to dive into reads, so I'll share my story
let's
later.
Do it.
The first one is Sharon. So Sharon, as I'm up here higher in the comments, go ahead and I got Success Story. I got Janice. We got some new people in the house. Hey, Rosemary. So don't forget, guys, if you'd like to work with Bobbie one-on-one, she is doing one-off, just a private read. If you'd like a private read with her, where's the link? It's $150. There's the link for Bobbie's. If you'd like a little bit more work with me, I have an upcoming workshop. It's 5-person only, super intimate, 2 hours. It's under 200. There's the link for that if you would like more. But hi, Rosemary. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Janice. Hey, Renata. Oh my God, it's nice to see you on YouTube. Oh, we got both Renatas here. I love it. Okay, as I'm writing, let me just scroll down to, we got B too. Wow, we got a lot of people. Oh, we got Ashley Avalon in the house too. I've been wanting to channel for you all, Ashley. Mwah. Okay, so whose comment we're doing Sharon? So Sharon, where? Oh, there we are. Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm sad because my brothers have disconnected from me and my family. They are 10 and 14 years younger. I helped raise them. Makes me so sad because they make me happy. I love them and miss them. I'm scrolling down to see if there's another comment. I guess she just wants a general on that.
Okay, let us jump in with that one, Kelly.
Okay.
As you look at the relationship with the brothers, know that where they're at in their lives, they're moving forward in their own personal journey. And the work that you have done with them to guide them, to love them, to support them, to nurture them is helping them move forward with their lives. And the fact that they're not staying in touch is in no way a diminishment of the connection that you had with them. It's an affirmation of their comfort and belief that you are there for them, that you love them, and that they can move forward in their lives and you will still be there for them. You gave them the courage to move forward, and they're in the middle of their life journey. And when the time is appropriate, they will reconnect. You may need to be the one who reaches out from time to time because that's just the way it is in the relationship with all of you. You're the one who takes the initiative, but please acknowledge yourself for giving them the strength to move forward with their lives so powerfully and their trust in you that they don't stay in touch because you're there for them, even when you're not in physical contact. And that is from the Gregory.
All right, so let's just, Sharon, I'll look at the comments to see if you have any follow-up questions with that. Next up, we have Miss Concha. So Sharon, we got Concha, then Danielle, then Ramen. Guys, have your questions ready because I want to try to get through as many people as possible today. Mm-hmm. So Sharon B, if you have any follow-up questions, comments, let us know. Concha, write your question. Danielle M, get yours locked and loaded. Ramen, you'll be after that. And then I'll just read the next 3 or 4 up there, guys, so you can get a little ready for that. But Sharon, definitely sending you a vibrational hug and boost of energy to help aiding in that rekindling, reconnection, and sharing of this life's journey with them. Okay. Oh, and I saw a little donation from, I think it was B. Thank you. Success story. Thank you. That's who it was. I have you on the list for sure. Okay, so Concha, I would love a general with what I'm going through spiritually, business, and personal. Oh, she's open to whatever she needs to hear from spirit in a loving growth way, spiritual burst. Oh my God, I'm still waking up, guys. I'm still waking up. Spiritual, business, and personal. Do you want to go? Do you have a strong inkling to go first, Bobbie?
No, I want you to go first. We'll add on.
General message for Concha. So Concha. And this we actually would like a lot of the people in this room to hear. We love the work of Esther Hicks and a lot of other oracles who have come before. Because a lot of what they had to do, we want to break it down for you guys. They started coming in the ages around the 80s. They were helping the the not the vibration, they were helping the age generation get out of the Great Depression. They were helping people get out of the depression. So for a lot of the advice for them, it was don't think that sad thought. Open your eyes with possibilities to the new, happier, brighter thoughts. So that very much is very applicable to day here and how to manifest here now in this time and age. This is a new generation. This is the generation that grew up with the people, the parents from the Great Depression. So from that, we want to tweak that message a little bit, because how it's kind of playing out for we think it's called the millennial age group, but the younger group, 35 and under, is that I didn't like that, I can't think about it. It is never about that. It is about meeting yourself where you are at and being okay with where you're at on that vibrational list, or if you're pissed, mad, angry, upset, frustrated. Whoa, so that's where I'm at. Third person point of view, your emotions, your vibrations, your emotions, your reactions, your thoughts. So that's where I'm at. Okay, well, I know that I am manifesting and calling in a life that each and every day is raising in vibrations, raising in good feelings, raising in more confidence, raising in the ability to have the more clarity of my yeses and my nos, raising the ability to just feel more comfortable of having those difficult conversations, maybe money, maybe whatever they might be. Each and every day it's getting more and more comfortable. So this is where I'm at. This is my starting point, and it's going to be fun to see the journey of it go up. Because from that, there's a little bit of, Kelly's words are so blunt. We love them. We love them, but she calls it la la land, when you kind of just space out and go into la la land. Sometimes when you do that, you're just daydreaming. Kelly has a personal daydream where she's like, sometimes she lives in a fantasy world where it's like riding a dragon, and la la land, where you just let your mind relax and daydream. It's that same kind of energy where you relax your mind that you can hear spirit. So we love that energy for that reason, because it's where you tap into infinite knowledge, higher knowledge, your soul, your internal guardian angel. But from that, sometimes we also want you to bring down, in law of attraction terms, it's called basking. Kelly calls it just spacing out on the next beautiful thought to add to your daydream. Bring it down to reality. Bring it down to, so this is where I'm at on this particular instance with this person. I want to bask on how good it feels to acknowledge my emotions, to honor them, to allow myself to feel them without judgment. This is if they're lower vibe. Do you see the power in that, guys? I am mad at so-and-so. I do feel disappointed we can't hang out. I am a little bummed we can't hang out, because that, dear millennials, is a lot of your love life problems. We're just going to be a little blunt here. It's how do we say it? Like, act like you don't care. It's act like, okay, no big deal, you can't hang out. We're working with Kelly on this a lot right now it's okay to say, oh, shoot, we're going to miss each other. I'm bummed we won't be able to hang out. Do you hear that expression of emotion, meeting herself where she's at, instead of, oh, he canceled on me, or, oh, my friend can't do that. Well, don't think that thought, go here, ignore it. Feel free to express it, because that's the authenticity that a lot of you are craving, that real connection and bond with someone else, instead of just, yeah, we're high flying, we're having fun, let's go to the park, and hey, baby, I love you. It's oh, you know what? I do feel a little disappointed that you're missing dinner that we planned, but it's okay, I understand. Or, ooh, and I understand that you can't make it tonight. It's that duality of both that we want to allow you guys to feel. Meet yourself where you're at. Some of you call this shadow work. Some of you call this, Kelly's more into law of attraction, so she calls it lower vibrations. You got to honor those so that they get the opportunity to raise, so that you can take that quantum leap. And with that, we want to know if Concha has any follow-up questions with that. That was an interesting message.
Mm-hmm.
I have Concha in the room right now, so I'm looking over here, guys. Any questions on that, Concha?
No.
The only thing we would add,
I got that one. Unless Bobbie D's gonna be.
the only thing we would add, Concha, is we want you to focus on your successes. You're at a place right now where you're looking at all you have to do so powerfully. And sometimes feeling a bit overwhelmed and thinking you're not quite doing it right. And in reality, you're moving forward beautifully. And if you look at the successes that have led you to where you are right now, that will enhance your sense of confidence and your connection to spirit. And it will highlight the next steps you need to take to move forward. So look at your successes, look at your successes, look at your successes.
Yeah, that's that bring it down trail that they were talking about, guys. As much as sometimes it's fun to like, I meditate and I'll picture the lotus flower, I'll picture my crown chakra and kind of go into like spirit land. Some spirit says I do call it la la land. Sometimes you could bask on like, I'm so proud that I did my first Facebook Live. Bask on that, guys. Okay, so who was next? Danielle N. Ramen Sierra. Get your question. And look, I love all these messages from people. Janice, we got Liz in the house. Oh, looks like you have beautiful red hair, Liz. Oh, Queen Goddess is in the house. Hey, Queen.
Hi, Queen.
Tashiana, how should I start my life coaching journey? That's actually, I could do that one really quick while we wait for Danielle and Ramen to write their questions. How should I start my life coaching journey? I don't know if I should do a certification course or just what platform I should start with. If this is where you got to tap into your yes to your no's. If you think about the certification program and it lights up and it brings you energy and it brings you joy, that's a yes. Everyone's journey is going to be a little bit different. So listen to yourself on that one. If you think of it like, oh, so much work, I just want to start now, that's a no, just start. If you just want to start, YouTube is good for a longer term goal. A once a week video is all you have to do on a topic that you can help people with. Facebook is a little bit quicker energy, a little bit direct interaction with people. You could do lives. Instagram is a more of a lead generation tool. You get followers and then you redirect them to a different platform. And in terms of if you don't get the certificate program, it's the power of your story. It's the power of your experience. Coaches help younger, not necessarily younger in age, but younger vibrational versions of themselves so that their transformation happens quicker.
And the only thing I want to add to that, having been a therapist, I remember one therapist, we had to switch offices and he wanted to take all his credentials with him because people always ask if he went to school. I've never been asked about my credentials. When people feel your energy, credentials are important if you feel they're important. I agree with that, what Kelly just said. This is half Bobbie, half Gregory. But remember who you are and how you share and what you share. People get it. People get when you have something to offer. If you don't feel you had something to offer, I went to school to be a therapist because I didn't feel like I knew what I needed to know to be one, only to find out that most of what I had to offer came out of me and my work with the Gregory. Go figure. So sometimes you just have to take a step to see if the step works too.
Oh, there we go. Is that Lisa McGow? Is that LA McGow? Are you Lisa? So Danielle N would like a general for love. I would like to open up to a wonderful new relationship. I'll let you pick who goes first, Bobbie.
Well, you know what the Gregory's going to say. Shall I say it?
Yeah, I kind of want to, I want to hear.
Okay. When you're looking to find love, the first person you have to love is you. The first person you have to work on is you. Who do you need to be to create a relationship with the person you want to draw in? As you work on being the person you want to be, having the life you want to have, being the person who is loving and nurturing and supportive and creative. When you work on you, you create the energy that somebody of like mind will come in, of like energy will come in. If you're looking out there to find anybody to fill you up and to make it okay for you, it doesn't work that way. You become who you need to become, not need to become. who you want to become. And that energy draws somebody forward. That's the first step. The second step is to put yourself in a target-rich environment. If you're sitting in a house oming and becoming this great, wonderful person and all these beautiful qualities and creating all this wonderful stuff, but you don't put yourself out where you can meet other people, it's kind of hard for us to bring them to you, don't you think? We do work with you when your energy is aligned. You may be asking, and another person who wants what you've got may be asking. And then we have the fun of seeing if we can participate in you all getting together. But if you're not putting yourself out there physically to say yes and to say no, to practice, to dance, to check out what's available, every no you run into is one step closer to a yes. And you're still learning and you're still growing. So being in that place that knows that there's 5, 7, 9 billion people on the planet, that person or persons are out there for you to choose from after you bring your vibration into alignment with that which you are seeking.
So we want to pick up with the bring your vibration into alignment. There's a little bit of the anger vibration. We think the number's number 17 on that list. You guys could just type in emotional guidance list in Google, 1 through 22. There's a little bit of anger in there. And so how it works is it's that duality we talked about in the general message, I am ready to allow a partner into my life. I am ready to share my life with someone. I'm ready to meet my best friend where we're going to laugh and giggle and share and build memories and bonds and have so much fun. And I feel a little angry about past relationships. Okay, here's how we're going to explain it. This is how it was explained to Kelly. If you have 2 plants, you have one that's a cactus arms, and a cactus is in a desert, kind of a little bit of a harsh environment, and it's a cactus. Do you walk up to a cactus and touch it, plant it, yada, yada? A fern is softer. It has a little bit more requirements of the cactus. It needs a gentler environment. It needs here are my requirements to thrive. I need fertile soil. I need enough sunlight. I need a temperament temperature. I'm in the middle temperature, and I need enough water to survive. A cactus can hold water for years and years and years inside of them. It's pretty self-sufficient. If you're a cactus arm, if a guy approaches you, you have the thorns up, how are you asking me out? Do I need to whack you if I don't like it? That is how it feels to the other person if you have a little bit of an active vibration of anger within you. Instead, if you're the fern, and you acknowledge, instead of suppressing it like the cactus is, I do feel a little angry about how it played out with my parents, or I do feel angry about that one relationship that went. And I can feel that anger, knowing that vibration will get into alignment and still desire a relationship and still have a thriving, vibrant relationship. It's the duality of both that we'd invite for you to play with right now to start bringing that anger vibe up. Danielle, do you got any follow-up questions on that one? Sierra saying she loves this.
Thank you, Sierra.
Lisa, I'm doing another workshop this weekend. I'm doing this one 5-person only, though. I want a little more up close and personal with people. If you're interested in that, I put a link in the bio. Oh, yeah. Commercial break. I'll wait to see if there's any follow-up questions on that. If you guys would like a private one-on-one with Bobbie, she is offering one-on-one calls for $150. You'll just click that link. You'll get redirected to her. It's a typical checkout page, and the scheduling calendar's right there, so you can lock in your calendar and pay. You'll meet her. I think she has some openings this week too, guys, Thursday and Friday.
Yes, I do.
Okay, she does. If you want... I'm hosting a workshop this weekend. It's an intimate 5-person only one, 2 hours. So everyone's going to get plenty of one-on-one work, as well as like the group propelling you forward. You guys can join for that. I think there's 3 spots left. So there's the link for that. If you'd like to join for that, same as Bobbie's, just click on the link. You'll get redirected to the typical page. I'll then send out an email Thursday with the login info. That was our beautiful commercial break. Hey, Melanie. Nice to see you on here. Okay, Jennifer's saying thank you. I'm glad that helped. Hey, Danielle made it. Renata's liking the analogy. Okay, so I'm looking to see if Danielle N has any. Oh, she said that was great. Thank you. Okay, perfect. So we'll move on to the next person. I saw there's quite a few comments coming up right now. There was one from, I think it was Emily. Oh, here, Bobbie, this question's for you. I thought it was a good one, so I'm gonna go a little out of order, guys. Up next is Ramen, Sierra, Liz. So Ramen, get your question ready, Sierra, throw it in there, and Liz, throw it in there, so we'll get to it. But Emily's question, Bobbie, is Bobbie, if you could do it over, this is going back to the conversation we had about getting certified versus not.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, if you could do it over, knowing what you know now, would you still have gone to school? I was accepted to social work school, and I find myself on the fence still.
Yes, I would. Primarily because in being in school, it gave me a lot of information. I'm not that avid a reader, and it gave me a lot of information that helped me when I became a therapist. It gave me more confidence when I actually started to be a therapist. But what I realized, and I realized this by going to school, is that they teach a lot of stuff and a lot of theory, but where the real juice of being a helper to other humans is in the energy. And to see how the formal education gives you lots of stuff to think about. The only thing I would have done different is to be more in touch with that spiritual gift. I thought I had to put my spiritual aside. I even stopped channeling Gregory for a while so I could focus on this human stuff. And I wouldn't do that the second time. I would be asking Gregory wisdom like Kelly did when she went to school. They helped her through school. I didn't even know that was a possibility. I had to do it in my human brain. So yes, I would get the piece of paper because there was a lot of information I would have never looked at otherwise. And it was valuable for me when I went out to the world. It made it easier to make money in the traditional sense. So it was all a lesson. It was all a lesson. Oh, but I do want to say one other thing. I said I wanted to go to graduate school, and I manifested it 3 times before I said yes to them. They accepted me 3 times before I said yes. So listen to your intuition too.
I did use spirit in school. I would sometimes spirit, you know how many classes I went to and how many I may not have. We're not going to name that percentage right now. I was like, but I would like to at least get a B in this course. And I would be guided to read these pages, study this image. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Okay, I'm not seeing questions from Ramen, Sierra, Liz. You 3 are the next 3. I'm going to take whoever's questions I see first. After those 3, if they happen to not be here anymore, we got Jennifer, Success Story, Janice. So I'll take questions from any of the 6 of you. Oh, we got Sierra's. All right. Sierra, how can I work with my consistency, daily routine? I get so out of whack when I'm not in sync and I get hard on myself. So daily routine about, oh, yours is above Liz? Okay. Sierra's technically ahead of you. So we'll do.
Read that one again for us, Kelly.
Yeah, Sierra, provide a little more consistency with your spiritual work. Is that what you're talking about? How can I work with my consistency, daily routine? I get so out of whack when I'm not in sync and I get hard on myself. Ooh.
Upper limit.
Can I go first?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to do a little human level advice there. Sierra, I mean, I hate saying this because I remember when I was in your place, I was like, that's not helpful, but it's the truth. You got to not be hard on yourself. You got to be, I'll use eating as an example for you guys. So I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I used to weigh, I was at least 230 pounds. I didn't weigh myself. When I got over like 225, I was like, I'm just not going to weigh myself anymore. I'm now down, I'm 100% below 180. I might be 170 right now. I've maintained that weight loss for a long time. So the big way to do that is I was consistent with my eating for a while. I'd see results and then I'd have a day where I maybe binged. If I was hard on myself, that binge would extend. when I was loving and compassionate. And by that, it's the food provided a source of safety for me, a source of safety, source of love, yada, yada, all this stuff. So when you're not consistent, some part of that is serving an old you. Makes sense, Sierra? So it's more about like when I now eat chocolate's my best friend. Chocolate is my binge of choice, and potato chips. Now, obviously, there's the practical human level advice. When I go to the grocery store, I'll buy the smaller bag of chips versus the big one because Lord knows I'm going to eat the whole bag anyway, so might as well get the smaller one. And when I get the chocolate bars, so the big ones, I get the smaller ones. So, reducing portions. And I did switch to higher quality items, like the real cacao chocolate versus like Hershey's, something super processed. When I eat the chocolate though now, I literally go, okay, I am actively making a choice to satiate some of my emotions right now with food. And I'm okay with that. It's a little bit of a quick fix. It's like throwing a Band-Aid over a cut that I know will need some Neosporin and a little more care. But right now I'm okay with that. Do you see that self-love and compassion? Because that's when you eat it slower. That's when I'm like, oh, this is delicious. This is enjoyable. This is safety. I am eating this to feel safe. Then I don't binge the next time. And then I'm like, okay. Because when you're calm about it, I hope this makes sense here. Give me some comments. When you're calm about it, that's when you're okay. Then I pre-plan for the next day. Here's what I'll eat tomorrow. Do you see how that works, Sierra? The more that you can love yourself in the moment for getting out of whack, the shorter that out of whack will be. And how law of attraction works, the more that you focus on the in whack, that will grow in consistency.
And what we would like to add is we're picking up, Sierra, that you're in an upper limit issue. You're upper limiting. There's something going on when you start to be consistent. Your life starts to move forward. It starts to create what you want to create. And part of you is slowing you down, saying, I'm not going to do that today. Well, I don't want to do that today. That's the egoic self trying to slow you down so you don't move forward. You need to look at, and we don't use need very often, but in your case, we're going to. It would help you to look at what is it you're afraid will happen if you keep excelling and moving forward and creating the life you know you can have. At the same time, what Kelly is saying is when you beat yourself up, that just exacerbates the upper limit issue, and you get yourself all caught up in feeling bad and feeling negative, and it also slows you down. And then the egoic slowdown works really good. So we would suggest you address what is it you're afraid will happen if you're truly successful. Notice the blocks that come up. Then when they start to come up, you go, okay, that's just that old thinking. So you can move through it and say, no, I'm going to go ahead and keep this commitment to myself because that feels good.
So guys, an upper limit is essentially, actually kind of ties along with weight. So I like that example came to my head. You have a default, a thermostat, a default equilibrium point, here's the level of happiness that is in my belief system to allow in. And your weight has that internal kind of weight set point too. But we're going to focus on the upper limit right now. What happens if you're at your typical happiness and then you're here and you're like, hey, you know what? I want more money. You set off that rocket of desire, as Esther calls it, for a new manifestation. And when you get it, because you're at a happy alignment place, you get it. Your happiness goes up. People like getting things they like. Our happiness goes up. So when one area rises up, the thermostat stays here. So another area of your life goes here. So sometimes when you get that big promotion at work or the new car of your dreams, car accident the next day, or big promotion at work, but then your love life, you get in a fight with your wife, you get married, then your boss wants you to work a lot. So you can either you guys are going to like this analogy. It's so good. You can be a paper airplane that independent on your own. I want this one thing. You fly it, you get it, you're flying, but then you crash because you're a paper airplane. Or you can be a kite. Well, I want to go this high right now. Well, now I want to go higher. Well, now I want to go higher. The kite has the ability to go higher and higher and higher if someone stable underneath you is holding the rope, whatever it's called, the string, and guiding you in the wind. Because a kite with no string will either go high, 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 and eventually come crashing down. But if you have that string, aka you have your upper limit, if you raise the overall upper limit And that's why this is what's called going general law of attraction. I'm ready to feel better on all areas of my life. I'm just ready. I just want to feel good. The reason why I want that hot man next to me, the reason why I'm ready to take that next step with my partner and get married, the reason why I want children, the reason why I want the money for that delicious specialty food, or the reason why I want this is because I just want to feel good. I want that sense of freedom. I want to feel free. I want to be able to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, travel where I want. The reason why I want that travel is because I want happiness. If I were to travel, I would feel so happy. If you just raise your upper limit with general, I'm ready to feel good in all areas of my life. I'm ready for my heart just to open up and to experience the vibration of love more and more each and every day. Something as general as that statement will allow in the great conversations with the baristas at the coffee shop, with the new friends coming in, new men coming in, the love of your life still coming in, but it raises the default level. Instead of you get the date with the hot man, but then you crash the next day. If you just keep raising it, then when you meet him, you get to keep him.
Kelly, I love you explain things so well. You explained it better than the book explained it. Oh my goodness, girl.
I was thinking about our generations thing. And it's because my generation, we're so in our head, Bobbie. So I've read these books like numerous times. And obviously, I don't know if everyone on here knows, but Bobbie was my first ever coach when I was, 18, 20, 22, somewhere. I was in college. And I would take what you guys learned, but I had to analyze it because I had to understand why. So I just broke it down so much.
That's wonderful, though. I've read the books and I forget that the people that are listening to us haven't read them. So when I say upper limit, I know what it means. Thank you for explaining.
I love it. Oh, okay. So we got some new comments. Yeah, I love our time together, Bobbie. If I had it my way, we would just do a show all day. Ooh, we could do a workshop together, Bobbie.
I'm open to it.
Wow, that would feel really good. Like a 20-person one. Maybe, let's get into the energy of this. And when it's right, we'll launch it. 20-person, maybe 3 hours, under 200, even if it's 199. Might be 100. We'll just fill into it. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's play with that one. Float it out there and let it float around.
Yeah. Okay. So we got people resonating with the message. I sabotage myself whenever I realize I'm exceeding a certain expectation of me. Oh God, I used to do that. I remember that. So we got to change those words though. I sabotage myself whenever I realize I'm exceeding a certain expectation of me. Hey, this is the point. And this is where law of attraction, it's not about not thinking about that. It's about this is where I'm at. I sabotage myself whenever I realize I'm exceeding a certain expectation of myself. Like that's where I'm at. And this is my part of my human level journey. I'm okay with that. I tend to, in the past, this would be the time where I would do something to throw this out of whack. Do you see how that's one tiny bit of vibration up? It's a little bit of a nicer way to say it, a little bit of a better feeling way, a little bit of, so in the past, this is what I've done. And I can choose something else right now. Sometimes, guys, you can go look at my Instagram. You will see me. I was just like, F it. I'm eating I got a wasp outside. Let me not get distracted by the wasp. I don't know. I had a bag of chips and I ate like 4 chocolate bars. And I was like, right now, I'm giving in. But I was like, this is how you're taking care of yourself right now. So love yourself for it. I love that. God, I'm just seeing the wasp flying around. I'm totally losing my train of thought, guys. Let me open my blinds. This is so horrible. There's a whole story behind it, guys. I had a little like wasp hive this big. Like my girlfriend and I were on the patio yesterday and we were just enjoying it. And all of a sudden we see like wasps flying around. We're like, what the heck? We look up right on the door to get out. There's a wasp hive that has like 10 and we're like, what do we do? Do we stay out here? Obviously, no. I don't want to open the door though. So we thought we removed it. Apparently not. So I totally forgot where I was at with that. Should we just go on to the next person?
Yeah, I think we answered it.
Okay, Liz said she already wrote her comment. Oh, mine is just general, happy to hear whatever comes through from my energy.
Which is who?
Liz. Mine, she'd love a general, happy to hear whatever comes through for her energy. Liz, so we think Bobbie will add the vibrational raising after this. But Liz, what we need you to hear right now is that you're on the right track. You are on the right track. This is sometimes what happens when you guys manifest a lot. You have momentum going in one area of your life and you're in the synchronistic flow. And then sometimes this is that upper limit. When you raise the upper limit overall, when you want to manifest something in one area, like love, and then the next area, money, because your upper limit's raising overall, you can quickly bounce between different areas of your life and go. But what happens, Kelly's a beautiful example of this. 90% of the areas of your life are in alignment. She's like, I'd like a client overseas. A London one comes in next week. I'd love a local Chattanooga client. One comes in within a week. I'd love a date. I'd love this. But her love life has some vibrational cleaning up. This is a touchy topic for me. So Liz, what can happen is when you see all the positive momentum going in one area and then the other area, you're like, but why isn't this area going as well? It's that beating yourself up part. The more that you can just kind of go, oh, so these areas of my life are in synchronistic flow, and this one is about to get there. This one, I'm at the place of enjoying to seeing how this one will get as high as the previous one. We're not feeling 100% transmission in our message right now. It's about knowing, Liz, that you can have 10 buckets of your life. One bucket isn't flowing quite as well as you'd like. Sometimes it is okay to focus on the other 9, knowing that that one will get brought into alignment instead of focusing on it. And they're just asking any questions right now. They're saying they didn't get 100% transmission on it. I've never heard them say that, Bobbie.
What we would like to offer is center up on the heart chakra. Center up to that higher knowing. Be in that space of allowing. There's some confusion happening, some wondering happening, some doubt even. And as you center up to the heart chakra and be in that space of connection with yourself, with your higher guidance, with that which is pulling you forward into the new steps of your life that you're wanting to manifest. If you will allow yourself to line up and notice and feel that heart energy pulling you forward, the answers you are seeking are going to line up for you, and you're going to be able to make some of the steps you want to make.
So let's know if you have any follow-up questions on that one. We got some new people in the chat room. Hey, Secrets Tarot. Hey, Beyond Cosmic Veils. Queen's still in the house. Up next is Jennifer, Success Story, Janice. Those are the next 3. So if you 3 are here, go ahead and type them in. And Liz, I'll still look for any follow-up questions from you. Secrets, you'll want to rewatch some of this replay about minute 20 and after, because it will definitely help with that financial block you're talking about. Okay, Liz, got it. So up next is Jennifer, Success Story, Janice, Rosemary. In the meantime, I wonder, do you guys have any questions about a one-on-one with Bobbie, or any questions about my upcoming workshop this weekend? Because we'd love to support you guys if you're ready for a more in-depth way. Oh, Bobbie, your link's not working right now.
My link's not working.
Yeah, let me hit refresh. Maybe it was just my internet. Oh, it was just my internet. Okay. Phew.
Okay. Yes, because I am there to help people and move forward. Gregory was saying this morning he said, be clear that those who are willing to do the work will find you, and we will be able to assist them in moving their lives forward more powerfully. And I just relax and let spirit do the job. And I like that.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions on a one-on-one with Bobbie, or any questions on my upcoming workshop? So with Bobbie, I already put the link in there. It's a full hour deep diving with her and her life experience and her therapy skills, as well as deep diving with spirit and the Gregory Continuum. I have a workshop coming up this weekend. It's 5-person only, so it's super limited. For those of you who've been to my previous ones where we've had like 50 people in the room, this one's super small and intimate, and I didn't raise the price. It's the same price. $199 for 5 people only. It's this Saturday. I put a link into it there. Do you guys have any questions on that? As well as we're waiting for, we could probably get one more mini read in for people today, guys.
Okay.
But let us know if you have any questions on a one-on-one with her or my workshop, because we're here to help you in a more supportive way to really accelerate the growth. Hey, Chaper Chick. So is Jennifer success story or Janice? I'm seeing Janice's questions. I have a trip coming up. Is that going to be a fulfilling trip? Ooh, I'll let you do that one, Bobbie.
Again, with the Gregory, whether or not it's a fulfilling trip depends on how you navigate the circumstances. We think what you're really asking is it going to live up to all of your expectations? And that's putting the energy of success out in the universe and out with somebody besides you. Usually that doesn't work as well as if you create the successful journey that you want. You create yourself knowing that regardless of the circumstances, you're going to go with the flow. Regardless of the circumstances, you're going to look for the rainbows. Regardless of the circumstances, you're going to be in a space that says, wow, well, look at what's coming up now. And look at this interaction. And there's an individual involved that you're hoping is going to behave in a certain way. And we suggest that you decide how you want to behave, what you want to have happen, what you'd like to see, and then be willing to watch what comes up and release the expectations, follow the energy of what happens, and make your decisions in the moment. If you will do that, you will be successful regardless of what anybody or anything else happens on that trip.
Because there's one example from Kelly's life that we want to share with this. And if you ladies don't mind, we would appreciate a read for success story before you guys wrap up the show. But going back to the question right now is Kelly was on a retreat, and this is where she was learning the fine tuning of her yeses and her nos. She paid for a business course that was, a long duration and came with an in-person retreat. Her yes was to go to an additional Abraham Hicks event. Her no was the retreat. She went to the retreat anyway. And from there, as soon as she arrived, she was like, oh, so this is why it was a no. Well, WTF, now what? Esther Hicks is like 8 hours away. If I leave, what? All right, I guess I'm here. Well, I know how this works. Even though I see how a lot of this is not in resonance with me at all, I came to have fun. I came to enjoy. I came to experience this. And there was 5-hour portion of the day. It was a small, intimate house. Kelly was just not my experience. And she left. She went around town. She bought herself her first hat. She was so proud of herself. A lot of messages that we said earlier. She was, I'm wearing a hat. I'm growing. I'm expanding. I'm getting a little more girly, a little more adventurous in what I wear. I love that. The practical day-to-day basking we were talking about. She's like, you know what? I really want to try a mom and pop pizza place in this place. She went and created her own experience. When she got back home, everyone else who was kind of in the group mentality kind of looked at her like, oh, where did you go all day? And Kelly was bippity boppity boop, buying a hat and eating pizza. What'd you guys do all day? When it got to the evening event, Kelly, the itinerary said 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. drinks, 9:30 dance party, this time. And the group conversation, she was so out of resonance with it. She could hear the words, but she didn't understand it. And it was going on and on and on. It was already 30 minutes past the allotted time. So Kelly got up from the group and just walked in, made herself a drink, came back out, started sipping, and she started dancing. She was like, I was promised a dance party right now, and that was what I was going to have. So as they were all conversing, she just started dancing. She had the experience that she wanted. That's the little bit that we want to add in there. And they want to.
Excellent example, Kelly. Perfect.
That was a funny story. Okay, quick, Bobbie, it's 1:02. Are you okay? Or it's
Sure.
Okay,
We can
it's a success story, and I see a couple comments right now. Lisa, that would have to be Bobbie or I could help you with that. Or if you want to come back next Monday when we're live, we'll probably have time next Monday to answer that too. About that, do you have an opening for Saturday, Kelly? Yes, there's 3 or 4 spots left for that workshop. I haven't really done much marketing for it, so there's spots left. I'd love to have you in there. if you're feeling called to it. Felicia's saying hi. Are the workshops in person? No, so Bobbie and I, both of us, my workshops right now, this one is not in person. This one's a virtual. Great question. Thank you. This one's a virtual workshop. Everyone, it's just going to be 5-person. It's going to be a live video call. So instead of just chatting, I will see your face or I'll hear your voice if you choose to just call in. That part's up to you if you want to call in or do a video call. So it's virtual, it's live. We're going to be able to hear each other. Everyone in my workshop will get a spot in the one-on-one time with me. And you'll also get a recording of the workshop too. So you'll be able to continue to grow from it, let it integrate in all of that. And Bobbie's are also virtual, done via Zoom, a live video call. You can call in as well if you'd rather just call in. So both of them.
And if you live in the Reading area, I do see people in person, but I'm obviously many of you don't live in the North State here, but if you do, you come to my house and get to enjoy the presence of the Bobbie G and Gregory live.
I'm gonna have to experience that again soon. Okay, so they said success story, right? Let me go find her question. I gotta hurry. Sorry, guys. Gotta hurry a little, guys. I have to pick something up. Oh, okay. So success story. She had an earlier question. Bobbie, was about success story. She's going through her extension and she's feeling a bit scattered throughout that. Kind of like Dark Night of the Soul. I don't know what terminology you use for it, Bobbie. Dark Night of the Soul. She's going through extension, connecting with her spirit guides. She's throwing in also. Right now, I'm only attracting young men in terms of the love life, but I'm feeling her focus a little bit more on the. Ooh, this is interesting. So overall, Bobbie, success stories asking about. I'm going through an extension and feeling scattered. What can help with that? And in her love life, only young men. She's very open to whichever one comes through, though. Okay. All right, Bobbie, I got it. You mind if I go first?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, in terms of the spiritual extension, what we want you to hear is that it is a time of confusion. It is a time of doubt. It is a time of learning to see the world in a whole new way. And Kelly's favorite analogy for this, whenever she's feeling a little overwhelmed or if she ever catches herself being hard on herself, well, when a baby is learning to crawl, you would be, oh, good job. Go, honey, go. Good job. Oh, you'll get farther tomorrow. I'm learning something new right now. I'm learning a new way to eat. I'm learning a new way to cook food. We shared Kelly's food story earlier. The poor girl, she was raised off of what are those buffets, going out to buffets, going out to fast food, going out like chili cheese, hot dogs, ice cream. So by the time she hit college, she looked at a skillet. She didn't know what to do with it. She was so overwhelmed with learning basic cooking that she didn't do it for a long time until one friend was, oh, Kelly, you just don't know how to fry chicken in a pan. You don't know how to bake chicken. Let me show you. Step by step by step by step. The same thing can apply to spiritual extension. You're learning to trust that part of you that knows without being able to justify why. I see it, I hear it, I taste it, I smell it. I don't like them because they did X, Y, Z. It's just oh, okay, so this is a no for me right now. And I'm okay with that. No, thank you, not this time. So know that the confusion and doubt that often come through that spiritual awakening is normal. It's normal. It's normal for me to feel this way. And then you could do a step 1 law of attraction ask. Universe, this is how Kelly grew so quickly in her channeling. She had the aiding of Bobbie along the way. And it was also I want to hear you better. If I'm going to channel and charge people for this, I want to be able to hear you better. And then she did a little bit of hey guys, this is what she's asking. If she was a back and forth in between. And then she went, wait, this feels a little exhausting, feels a little tired. Guys, can you just speak through me? Is that possible? Do you hear how I was always, I want more clarity. I want it to be easier. You can do the ask. So I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling stagnant. I'm feeling confused. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling, whoa, there's all this Kundalini, awakening, root chakra, heart chakra, crown chakra, star chakra, vertical, what are those meridian points in my body? This is so all this information overwhelming. Universe, which ones do I need to learn first? Which ones would aid in my growth first? Make it so obvious for me that I'm going to feel so drawn to do it that I just know my next step. You can ask the question for the clarity.
And all that we would add is that the confusion you're feeling is you can't know what you don't know when you don't know it yet. In order to grow from where you were, your old beliefs, your old patterns, your old habits into where you're going to be. You're in a place called limbo, in between the accepted of what was, moving towards the unknown until it is known. And the only way to grow into something new is to be willing to be a learner, to be willing to be in that space of not knowing, and to be willing to be a discoverer. While you're in the process of discovering, blissing in the excitement and the possibility of the new, and noticing when the egoic mind says, well, we don't know this. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know where we're going. I don't know how to do it. And you go, I know. That's why we're moving forward. So all of what Kelly added, plus knowing that you can't know what you don't know till you know it. And in limbo is where you learn.
Guys, hands down, what Bobbie just said is why I love coaches. Why I love coaches and why my first year in business, every dollar I made, I'd have to do the exact math. I think I spent 65 to 70% of the income that I generated. I made it and I was like, here's how much I need to survive, not even thrive the next month. How many thousands do you want, coach? Here you go. Because they would often say, oh, so that's your problem right now. Okay. Sometimes they coach you through and walk you through it. Sometimes they're, well, quit thinking about that problem because here's my problem. And they would tell me what their problem is. And I'd be like, oh, you're thinking about do you want to go to Peru or Alaska right now? I was like, universe, I make that happen. That's that whole, that upper limit, instead of focusing on the problem, why this, why that, hey, I want to be at a place in my life where I can spend $50 a day and not even worry about it because my bills are still paid and I got a 3-month runway. Like, oh, and that's why I love working with Bobbie, because somebody should be like, oh, I remember being there. Here's where I was 2 years after that. I was like, oh, thank you for that energy shift. I'm going to focus on that now. And that comes into your reality.
Thank you, Kelly.
Bobbie, you accelerate my growth so much. I love it.
Well, and you accelerate mine. I come at this Zoom and you're like, yeah, and it's like, I need some raising up. It's just a good combination, girlfriend.
That's perfect. Okay, guys. So if you'd like to work with Bobbie one-on-one, she is doing in-depth private one-on-ones, which I personally cannot attest enough to how great they are. She has been my longest coach, the one that I've worked the most with. And it's just been with me for over I can't math out, 12 years in my life. So if you'd like a one-on-one with her, they're only $150 right now, and you get her for a full hour. There's a link to her. And if you would like to be at my upcoming, I'm doing a workshop, 5-person only intimate. It's $199. It's virtual, 5 spots only, so that everyone gets one-on-one time, 20 to 30 minutes each person, but you also get this acceleration of the group. I have that offer as well. If you'd like a little bit more in-depth, make sure you get some one-on-one time from us and speak with us, not just chat with us. But we love you all. Thank you so much for coming in, everyone. Gucci, congrats on your book. Thank you all for coming, guys. We can't channel without you.
Yes. We love it. We love it. We have a whole new community developing here. Thank you for coming to play.
I love it. I love it. So have a good day, everyone. And we'll see you next Monday.